Hello everyone, and welcome to the 54th episode of the Poorly Planned Podcast. My name is Benedict. You probably know me better as VHL Hudson. Here we talk about movies, TV shows, bunch of nonsense. With me as always is my friend, co-host, Frederick. I will tell you,
at this point.
This is recorded on August 25th, 2020. It's the sixth pod we're doing today.
In a row.
And we just spent like 20 minutes trying to order food because nowhere will deliver until 4:50 o'clock.
If you saw the last video, you know which of us has the shortest temper.
Oh my god, my brain is melting. So today, we're gonna be inspired. Actually, thank you, Cian, who runs the pod fan page. He actually gave me this idea. He posted a Muggsy meme where he was waiting for the 2019 best and worst of the Christmas mini pod, if you will. Yeah. This is not at Christmas,
but it is a mini pod.
But we thought, what a better time than October 2020, when I think this is coming out, to do our 2019 episode.
God.
So today we're going to give out awards. If you haven't seen the other years, we give out some awards. Some of them are real, and then it slowly devolves into complete
chaos,
terror, and horribleness. So let's get into this. Best movie, starting off strong. I can pull off my list of movies that I've seen.
All right.
What would you say your favorite movie was? Was it How to Train Your Dragon 3?
That was not 2019, was it?
It was.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god. I mean, I liked it, but no. Probably. I mean, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was very, very good. Knives Out, classic. I haven't seen Jumanji. Let's see, let me just quickly go up. Is this you being funny?
No, there's a movie called Good Boys. Like the couldn't believe it tone. Is this you trying to be humorous?
I actually think it might have to be Knives Out.
Knives Out?
Knives Out.
Well, yes, I would say Knives Out, probably number one for me. But Parasite is also amazing. Marriage Story was quite good. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Endgame, all very good stuff. But Knives Out was a great experience, On the opposite end of the spectrum. By the way, there are timecodes in the description.
That is the opposite thing.
Worst movie.
God, there were some stinkers.
There were some stinkers. I think Will Smith had a bit of a double stinker with Gemini Man.
God, that was such a bad movie. Although I don't think
that'd be my worst, honestly.
I think either Gemini Man or it might have to be It 2.
Oh, It 2 was also a stinker.
It was so.
It's very long, and
I'll go with you on Gemini Man, but It 2 is a close second worst.
Rise of Skywalker also wasn't great, but yeah, Gemini Man, it's hard. Glass was also there.
Glass was disappointing, but I liked it more than
it had some okay stuff.
Gemini Man.
Gemini Man was just awful. I mean, it doesn't help that it was the day we found out Woody's had been shut down.
Yeah, we were not in a good mood.
But that just worsened it immensely. Not even Wong could say that. Best performance.
All right. I would probably have to go with Pitt in Once Upon a Time.
Oh, he was very good.
I really did like him there.
I really liked Aaron Paul in El Camino.
I was going to say El Camino was also
he was very good. I think Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver were both amazing in Marriage Story. That was a really good movie.
There's a lot of these I have not seen.
I guess Joaquin was very good in Joker.
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Joker?
I have not seen Joaquin.
What?
I know.
That actually baffles me. I feel like we've talked about Joker many times.
Oh, John Wick Chapter 3 was... Oh, maybe I should have mentioned that as one of my favorites.
But that wasn't... It was good, but it wasn't as good as the others, Nah,
that's fair, but I mean...
And I would also say the Crawdaddy himself.
The Crawdaddy was also...
Everyone... Actually, what's her name? Lupita Nyong'o was also amazing in Us. So take one of those, if you will.
Yeah.
Worst performance. Who was the Kaya Scodelario of 2019?
I mean, I think it was it a triple Smith in Gemini Man?
I don't think Smith is the worst part of that movie. It was Wong.
He's almost the only part of that movie. Let's see.
Sorry about the neighbors, by the way. They're still upstairs.
Months later, they're still God, let's see. Let's see.
Worst performance. A bunch of people in Maleficent 2 were not very good.
I've not seen Maleficent 2. I really want to watch Parasite, completely unrelated, but
Amazing movie.
yeah.
There are no worst performances in that.
Nah.
Rise of Skywalker probably had something bad in it. But everyone was okay in that movie. It too. I can't think of a really bad performance. Also, by the way, I'll throw Taron as especially John Wick as what's his name?
Rocket Man.
Elton John as best performance as well.
As the Rocket Man.
It's people in Dark Phoenix. You know what? The villain in Dark Phoenix.
Who's the villain?
Jessica Chastain. She wasn't even terrible, but her character was so bland and just it wasn't a very good character and not an exceptional performance. So I guess we'll go with that.
I think I'll probably, because I haven't seen it, I'll probably go with someone from Glass, who was really bad in Glass.
They were all quite good. Well, Bruce Willis was kind of bored.
Yeah.
Sure. We'll take him.
Willis.
Strongest performance. Now, this obviously goes to Marcus Strong in 1917.
Obviously.
I literally just wrote strongest performance, and I prayed that he was in a movie last year.
I mean,
he was. He wasn't. Oh my goodness! You've saved this pod.
The pod's alive.
Well, he is good in 1917, but he's
better.
I was about to say more memorable, but I forgot about him in Shazam. But I'll say as Dr. Savannah in Shazam. Boom.
Best CGI.
John Wick Chapter 3 had some good effects.
Because it's so because
it looks
subtle,
so real.
You know?
What else? Us with the Double Dukes. You know, that's hard to pull off.
It is hard to pull off a double Duke. Almost unheard of. Winston here, Winston there. That should be the movie's title. Oh, you think there's one Winston? Psych.
Look behind you. And then there's a poster behind you. It's genius marketing.
Each poster comes with an overlapping double poster.
The Lego Movie 2, if that counts, because it's animation, that doesn't really count, I guess.
What about Spider-Man? Was that any good?
CGI-wise, I wasn't blown away by it. Yeah, animation doesn't count, because then like Toy Story 4 Lego Movie would be very well animated, but...
Knives Out, I mean, the puke effect.
That was pretty sick.
I don't even think...
Irishman, young De Niro.
I haven't... Oh yeah, I've seen
young
De Niro.
It's kind of off-putting.
But it's not young De Niro.
Wow, this is best CGI.
Yeah.
1917, because of all the like effects for the war stuff and keeping it one shot. I'll give it to that.
You know what? I'll give it to Johnny Wick.
Fair
Johnny the Wicked.
Worst CGI.
Where is the Triple Smith?
Triple Smith or the final sequence in Captain Marvel where she's like fighting all those spaceships. That's not when she's like falling.
That is so cartoonish.
It's not great. Dark Phoenix had some bad... Actually, Dark Phoenix had some okay effects. There's gotta be... Hobbs and Shaw had some pretty questionable... Remember when Dwayne is holding the things together? Yeah. That's not
Captain
great,
America move.
Yeah.
Move right there.
Maleficent 2 had some bad CGI.
I mean, I've already cast my vote for the Triple Smith.
Fair enough. Fair. Speaking of which, the next one is the Big Willie Style Award. An inaugural tradition. An inaugural tradition.
Any man who ever tries to speak it will have a stroke and die.
An inaugural tradition that we will induct here. So
the Big Willie Style Award.
We can choose from Spies in Disguise, Gemini Man, or Aladdin.
It has to be one of them.
It has to be Gemini Man because it has 3 Big Willie styles.
Yeah, like even if those were all mediocre, they all add up together to be the ultimate Smith.
Yeah. Most emotional movie moment.
Ooh. Let's see.
Realistically, Marriage Story had a very emotional ending.
But when Evans does not stab her in Knives Out and just goes through, you could just see the disappointment in his face.
That was pretty sad. I feel bad for Evans. Jumanji: The Next Level has an emotional moment.
Does it? I really want to see it.
I won't spoil it then.
Yeah, please.
I mean, I'm kind of joking when I say it. Like, it's okay, but it's not like...
just tell it. Just tell it.
Well, at the end, Danny Glover turns into a magical flying horse or something and leaves behind Danny DeVito as Dwayne or something.
Did he die?
No, or he's about to die in the real world and he's like, I would rather stay here as this magical flying horse than go back to the real world and die as an old man. And Danny DeVito is like, oh. It's a pretty good movie, actually. I like that one.
God.
I mean, Endgame, the ending of Endgame and all that. That would be up there.
Yeah, I guess.
Toy Story 4, the ending. Oh. Wonderful.
I might have to hit you with a How to Train Your Dragon here.
That was also pretty solid.
I might hit you with that. I think I will actually hit you with that. Yeah.
Are you hitting me with it?
I've hit you with it.
Ah!
God.
Best buddy dynamic. I wrote this in specifically for Booth. And
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got to be Booth. I mean, Skinny Pete.
Skinny Pete does make for an excellent one-man buddy dynamic. I guess.
I mean, there's also Get Out and Craig in Knives Out.
That's a pretty good buddy dynamic, and him and Craig and the girl are pretty good.
Yeah. Even though it's just one shot, Wick and Fishburne.
Wick and Halle Berry made for a decent team up. Long Shot with Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron.
I've not seen that.
It's not really a buddy dynamic. That's more of a romantic thing, but
But
Booksmart. The two girls in Booksmart, they were pretty good. But I think we got it. I specifically made this work just
for Booth.
Also, I like how we completely skipped over Hobbs and Shaw, which was built as a buddy movie. Yeah, I mean, but it doesn't compare to Booth. Let's be honest.
Come on.
Best dance sequence. Now we have a choice between there's a part in the Joker. There's a lot of parts in the Joker where he dances. Let's see, what other Captain America and Haley Atwell at the end. They do a little dance. Very good.
The Us end fight scene.
Oh yeah, it is. I thought you were joking. What is the dance?
No,
I think it's like when Duke gets his head smashed in a boat propeller. But there is actually a dance. That's true. Rocket Man has some dances.
Sure, Hobbs and Shaw dance.
Yesterday, I think, probably has a dance in it somewhere. I actually really liked Yesterday. That might be, but it doesn't have any dance. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, DiCaprio does a little like.
Oh, he does a little decap.
Yeah. So I think it goes to DeCap, just based off that merit.
I mean, I might have to give it to Us. There's a lot of.
That's actually because that has like a story purpose, you know.
Yeah.
Very good. Best death via horse. I'd give this to Good Boys. I'd give that to Toy Story 4.
That's Rocket Man for you.
That's how Rocket Man ends. It's all a true story up until that point.
None of it's a true story up until that point.
He's like reaching the climax of like this musical number, and then just a horse comes in from the side of the screen, just tramples him.
Oh my god.
I mean, it was written with Jonathan in mind, but
Jonathan Wickathan. But
is there any other horse death this year?
God, what a horrific thing to ask. Never thought you asked that.
Best stash. This is carried over the years. Best stash. So who had a stash this year?
Let's see. DiCaprio wears a fake stash in the movie.
He does. That's an excellent one.
That's a good stash.
Someone probably has a stash in the Irishman. Who has one in Knives Out? Does Plummer?
No, I mean...
He has like a beard.
He's got a beard, yeah.
Also, we've totally skipped over Ford v Ferrari for best buddy dynamic, but that's alright.
I haven't seen it.
Wow, there are not a lot of stashes this year, are there?
Kind of a disappointing year.
For stashes.
Who else?
No one had a stash this year.
I'm sure we're missing like the most powerful stash of them all. God, you best believe when Hercule comes back next year.
Oh my god, that'll win every award. Wow. Okay, well this was a bit of a dud of a category. Best Eggs Benny. Now I know The Gentleman came out this year.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Best Eggs Benny.
Boxes of Bush.
Boxes of Bush. It could also go to Benoit Blanc, because at one point Get Out Man calls him Benny. Best use of a terrible actor.
Okay. Let's go back here.
Mark
Strong. Yeah.
In life.
Horrible. I mean,
I can think of a worst use of a good actor, but best use of a terrible actor. See, if Thwaites had returned from Maleficent 2, we would have had a home run here.
I mean, Jack Black is at his limit, isn't he? No, I love it. Have you seen him? He shaved his entire head and beard.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, Black. Why?
No, he did it because he grown out his quarantine beard and long hair, and he's like, all right, it's time to get jiggy with it or some shit. And then he just shaved it on cam.
Okay, it's Jack Black. I was about to say I love Jack Black, but now
on Jablinski Games, his YouTube channel.
Now it's definitely Jack Black is an amazing fun guy, but he has a channel called Jablinski Games, so it will be Jack
Black. Gaming. I'm not sure. I don't want to do it injustice here.
Most disappointing movie. Now I have a choice, but we can look through them. I mean, Star Wars was pretty big letdown.
Gemini Man, I was genuinely pretty excited for.
Really?
I don't know.
Shame on you.
Quite of a letdown.
Joker, I liked, but it wasn't as good as like everyone was like, this is the most crazy movie ever. So I didn't like it as much as everyone else.
Maybe How to Train Your Dragon. Because I really liked it, but like it did not live up to my expectations.
Fair enough. Or even maybe Shazam for me, because even though I liked it, wasn't as good as
never mind.
As was promised.
Glass.
Yeah.
Never mind. I take back what I said. Glass is.
Oh, but my real choice, Hobbs and Shaw, simply for the fact that I'm so glad we didn't. We almost missed our bus because we were waiting for the post-credit scene. I looked it up later, and I believe it's Statham, and he's like, Dwayne has called the police on him, and he said that his name is like Mike Coxmall or something. But it's like
no, it couldn't be Mike Coxmall because that's
what. Yeah, it's let's look it up.
Let's see it.
Might as well at this point.
You just can't do it without me.
No, man. I was just checking in on you. Seeing how my good friend is doing. And I
never heard a more sarcastic Dwayne.
I really wanted to hear this.
Police! Come out with your hands up! We know you're in there, you Janus!
See, now, if we'd missed our bus for this, for the post-credit scene of Hugh Janus, I would have given this every...
It would have been worth it.
So yeah, wonderful scene. Biggest clown goes to you, Frederick. I read this just as an insult.
Genuinely would not surprise me.
So, Joker, Pennywise, actor James McAvoy being convinced to do Glass. Who's the better clown of Joker or Pennywise?
I mean, depends on what you're going off out of here.
What my metric of clownage is? I mean, who's funnier?
I mean, we're forgetting one clown movie.
Hobbs and Shaw is the best clown movie. I mean,
not. Sorry.
Benoit
Blanc. Legal, like, street name is the Clown.
I'll have to give it to Pennywise because he's more of an actual clown, even though he's literally not. He's an alien, but Joker's not a clown.
I haven't seen Joker, so I know of Pennywise and Benoit, and Benoit is
a bigger clown.
Most surprising movie of the year.
So which one did you think was gonna suck and was good? I'll give this to Maleficent 2, even though it wasn't good, but I had fun with it. I guess I saw it with my girlfriend, so.
Okay. So you
and she enjoyed
different kind of fun. I mean, I'd probably say the one that I did not expect Knives Out to be as good as it was. I'll say it was actually better than I thought it would be.
Rocket Man was like I thought it would
I really
be
want
good,
to see
but
Rocket Man.
It was like really, really, really good. So I like that.
I mean, I might just have to give it to Knives Out. Because I was walking, I was just expecting to see a Nutty Craig, and boy did I see one.
But it was actually good.
But it was actually a good Nutty Craig.
Also, did we say most disappointing already?
Yeah.
Because then I'd say Lego Movie 2, while not bad, was very...
underwhelming.
Yeah, bland. Worst line of the year.
Oh boy, I'll hit me with a few.
Let's see. I mean, there is... I suspect foul play.
But I've eliminated no suspects.
Also, imagine if Craig and Benoit crossed over. Can you imagine the scenes? Those two accents.
They'd be doing bits, I'll say.
Can you imagine the accents going head to head? Who do you think's a better detective? Definitely Hercule.
No, most definitely.
Benoit is genuinely solved the crime.
Benoit is genuinely not a very good detective.
Benoit just waited for the crime to like solve itself in his hands, and then he kind of put some stuff together. Yeah. Then again, did Hercule do the same? Because I feel like at the end they were all just like, yeah, we did it. He was like, oh.
Oh my.
Oh shit. I fucked up here.
You thought it was Johnny who did it?
That was his big reveal.
It was suicide.
Let's see, worst line.
Us? Got
Crawdaddy?
I think Crawdaddy might have to.
Crawdaddy might take it.
Crawdaddy!
As the boat sinks.
As the Crawdaddy sinks?
There are probably more that I'm forgetting about, but... Torched?
I done torched the last one.
Hobbs and Shaw. There's probably, I mean, the Hugh Janus bit might take it, but this is the part where, wait, Dwayne has a stash when he's pretending to be Mike Oxmall.
Does he?
Yeah, so that's best stash of the year, obviously.
Going back, Hugh Janus. I think it might be. It's between Crawdaddy and Hugh Janus.
Weirdest sex scene. Now this carried over from 2017 where we had Kingsman 2, in which Muggsy fingered the girl at the festival, and then the camera followed us into her vagina.
Yeah.
So this year, let's see what had a sex scene. It goes to long shot because I believe from memory there's a part where him and Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron are like cooking up, and then he finishes on himself, and then that video goes viral. So I think is that the long shot?
Genuine question here.
I can't remember if that's exactly what happens, but something like that. So that's probably gonna take it. But there's got to be something else.
Dwayne kisses Statham's sister.
Oh yeah,
not quite a sex scene, but I mean,
but Dwayne would
erotic.
Dwayne would view it as such. Once upon a time in Hollywood, there's got to be something. No. Was there really no? Wow. Well, all right then.
Well, goes to Dwayne, I guess.
Worst McAvoy.
Well, how many Macs are there?
Well, he was in Glass, It 2, and X-Men. So we've got a real variety here.
I would probably assume it would be an X-Men, but I haven't seen it. I think he's fine.
He's good at he's good in all of them. But okay, which one do you think was the hardest to convince him to do? Because they're all terrible movies.
Probably Glass then.
Yeah, because it's a bit of a...
Because he's got to do...
It's a very... It's a classic Mac. He has to do that run. He has to crawl up that wall, you know?
God, that was a pretty disturbing scene.
I was screaming.
I don't know about you guys, but damn. Best Muggo?
It goes to Rocket Man, I guess. I don't know. I was very tired when I wrote that. The You Tucked In There award. This carries over from last year, if you remember. So it goes the best key and or peel thing of the year.
Yeah.
So I would say...
Is there any key?
Well, it has to go to Toy Story 4 because they're in that together. The first reunion of Key and Peele in a while.
Yeah.
So while Us is a great Peele thing...
But it does not quite capture the
keenness of him, you know? Yeah, so...
keenness of him.
You can only have the tucked in there with two people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Best George.
I like how you like put like colons here to make it sound like there's something beneath, but we all know that there is in fact no Best George. Best George.
I guess it has to go to Hobbs and Shaw.
Am I surrounded by a fool? Such a George moment. Please.
What do you mean it's such a George moment?
It is like Crawdaddy. Okay, hear me out. Imagine this. That exact scene, but George is in the boat.
Okay, I can see it. I would also... but Hobbs and Shaw, because it has, Dwayne. So
it does.
The overcarrying George. Actually, what other movies would be good with George in a primary role?
I think the question we need to ask is, like, make this question shorter is, what movie wouldn't?
I think he would be good in The Irishman. De-aged George. He could be Skinny Pete.
No, he could not. He could be Badger.
I cannot picture him in a beanie. Okay, pitch. Imagine John Wick 3, exact same movie, but the horse is George.
You have to change one of the categories then.
Doesn't
Best death not by a horse.
George. Doesn't that make an amazing movie?
Oh my god!
Or
imagine Wickathon just strapped on.
Or replace Charlize Theron in Longshot with George. Seth Rogen, George romance. Best moment where Tom Cruise tried to kill himself on camera. This is kind of unfortunate because I don't think there was a single Tom Cruise movie last year.
Really?
So I don't know what we do with this one.
Is there really no Cruise movie?
No 2019 Cruise movie.
Oh my god.
So, Cruise?
What the hell?
I mean, we can just talk about the Tom Cnews at this point.
Yeah, that's probably the best movie he'll get into. What is this?
So, it's time for the Tom Cnews! The Tom Cnews! So, basically, apparently, like, for Mission Impossible 6, 7, people thought they were going to blow up this, like, historic Polish bridge, and then it turns out they weren't going to, so it's all fine, and, like, they said they're not going to, and they were only going to, like, do something with, like, already parts of it that already needed to be destroyed, but now they're not going to. It's all fine, basically. All I wanted to do was I just loved this headline. So long, Tom. Historic bridge saved from Tom Cruise bomb. Now I just imagine the Tom Cruise bomb is
It's
just...
just him shitting out of an airplane.
Well, do you have any categories you want to add?
I
Or
really cannot think of anything. I think
fair.
you've encapsulated this year very well.
that's fair. The year that was like more than a year ago. And we're live. So, all right, welcome back to the famous end segment. Freddie calls in from Scotland, which is recorded a few days before this pod goes up, while the rest of it was recorded in advance. Basically, this is the up-to-date part of the show where we can talk about some announcements and such. Are you ready, Freddie?
Oh, brilliant rhyme, my sir. But God, I know this is what the people actually come for the pod to watch. It's the updates.
It's the very bad audio quality updates. Well, this week we don't have much, although what we do have is pretty amazing. So the main thing is from Cian on the pod fan page, link down below. We do have these two videos from the Reface app,
God,
which...
when I saw this, I don't think I've ever smiled as widely, like, looking at something on my phone. I was just like, what the hell is this?
So we
I
have...
loved it.
We have Freddy as Captain Jack Sparrow. I'll throw that in here right now. And then...
It's so good.
But you have heard of Captain Jack Sparrow. Can't do. Why is the run gone?
And then we have me as none other than Captain America. America's ass.
As America's ass.
So I just want to say, I have to say, the one of you is really good. Like, it really looks like you, like, in the role.
It's so scary.
It's it's terrifying, but I also knew as soon as I saw that this would be your favorite thing you've ever seen.
I was like, I've also shown it to my family, and they all love it.
It's very, very good. And then the one of me is also good. Although I will say, it doesn't really look like I know it's my face, and like I know it's
Let me quickly get it up, because I think. Wait, let me see here.
like it doesn't.
Poorly planned.
Obviously, it's not like Cian did a bad job on it. Like, you know, it's the app and all that, but it's like, I don't know, weird. There's something about it that just is very off-putting to me. But it's also like I can still tell that it's me. And
It's like, I feel like it's a little more subtle than mine.
yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. I think.
In like a little bit of a disturbing way, because it looks like you, but it also looks like America.
Yeah. Well, you know, many people do say I'm the new Chris Evans. But I'll cut that.
That's not making it. You don't say lies on the spot.
But yeah, I think it's just because yours is so weirdly dead on. I think it's also because the facial hair helps yours, and like, but I don't know. It's still very cool.
I will say. Okay, do you have mine up? Because
Yeah.
take a look at it and say.
I'm looking at it.
Do you not see a hint of Bazinga in that as well?
Oh my god, I do. You do look like famous YouTuber Bazinga. Oh, that's...
Ethan in so much pain. God.
You know, actually, I weirdly, in mine, I look more like him when the mask is on me, if you look at that. Like, when the mask is on, it kind of looks like me.
The eyes are very... Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's very, very, very cool. I love that. I don't really know how this app works, but if you want to... I just want to say, if you can... I assume they have, like, a number of characters and you can put someone's face on it. If there is a Jim Halpert, I would request that be made. However, if not, I understand. It's kind of my lifelong dream to become Jim Halpert. So
Have Cian reface you as Jim Halpert.
so no, but those are both wonderful and yeah, terrifying and great in a weird way. Yeah, I commented.
It's so horrific.
I commented love it, but it's more love it and hate it. You know what I'm saying?
It's more love that it's over now.
It's weirdly creepy, but also great. So thank you, Cian. Fan page is great as usual. The links to the fan pages are down below. Then I wanted to ask, very deep question here to the audience. But
Oh,
for those of you who make it to this point in the pod, which I'm not sure is many, but I was wondering, because I realized doing a little bit of a project that I think we'll talk about some other time when it's complete. But I've been looking through the old pods, and I didn't realize that we actually did them every other Friday to start with. It wasn't every week, so we've actually stepped up our game here. We're doing it every week, you know. So I was wondering.
I remember the song. Poorly planned. Another Saturday.
I'm so happy I'd forgotten that. How dare you bring that back? But so I was wondering if the audience, and you can weigh in the comments here, would like one like a 30-minute pod each week, or an hour-long pod every other week, where it's like the classic pod where it's like we have what we watched that week, then news, and then a topic, and then announcements, kind of like a proper pod. Or maybe we could alternate or something, so this wouldn't, whatever we decide, it wouldn't step into effect for until like mid-November, because we've already pre-recorded episodes up until then, so we're pumping them out every week regardless of what you want, even if you really don't want that. But yeah, so if you guys could weigh in the comments, what would you prefer? Yeah, a 30-minute one each week, or an hour proper one every other week, or alternating, whatever. And yeah, hopefully sometime when we figure out how to do this, Scotland thing, we can have Ben and Fred watches come back. We could do pods.
I really do miss a good Ben and Fred watch.
They're genuinely some of the favorite pieces of content I've made.
I know. It's so much fun to watch.
I should say we've made, but I'm taking all the credit here. Thank you very much. No, but yeah, so yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for the support. And can we get a Scotland update real quick? How are things?
Oh, we can. I mean, things. Famous weekly Scotland update. Things are pretty good. We had a horrific thing happen in that we had a fire alarm at 4:00 in the night.
Oh.
Which woke us up. Turns out it was just some fool who did a toaster mistake.
Ryan from The Office style?
Oh, it was Ryan started the fire. See, I know, but weirdly it worked out, because that's the most social we've been with the other people in our flat, because we were all standing out there.
Oh, because you're all you can't see each other because of Corona.
Yeah, exactly. So I made a few friends out there, actually.
Oh, brilliant. Well, hey, you now will start more fires just to see them. Well, I enjoy that it's like a wacky sitcom-esque adventure, but also, silver linings, made friends where possible. We got to take what we can get in these strange times. But
exactly.
Also, what did your friends say about the pod? Because I remember it was a cliffhanger last week that they watched it.
Oh, right. Oh my God. Good that you reminded me. Well, I walked out. So after we recorded ours, I walked out. And silence fell upon the room. and then they looked up and said, "I'm so happy the pod isn't ending." They watched.
Oh my God. Aww.
And then actually, they did an even bigger skadonkadonk on me. We were playing charades afterwards, right?
Mm.
And then they started they're like, "Oh, should we do movies?" And then super subtly they're like, "Oh, we could list we could do some of our favorite movies, like Treasure Planet or Seven or Pirates of the Caribbean." And only after the fifth movie they listed, I was like, "You fucking bastards."
Oh man. Well, hey, that's a much more positive outcome than you would anticipate from someone listening to the pod.
You never expect.
Oh, that's so wholesome. I love that. That's very nice. Well, hey, so those 2 new subscribers we got this week.
That was an extra view in the Casino Royale video.
I'm kidding. We didn't get any subs this week. So that's
we're declining super fast. We need help.
But that's a wonderful end to that story. Well, hey, we'll be back with another Scotland update next week, and yeah, back to the normal pod. So, thank you very much for listening. You can find me on YouTube, BHL Hudson, Instagram, Twitter, BHL_Hudson. You can email the pod at bhlhudsonvids@gmail.com.
Find me on Instagram at FDalgard. You can find me on Twitter at FDK_DaltSniper. And you can find me on YouTube at FDK Space Gaming. God.
All
What
right.
a ride it's been today.
Well, yeah, so that's 6 pods in one day. This was all August 25th, 2020. Hopefully we'll have recorded more, so there'll be more next week. But we can't tell, because I think this will be in October. So who knows? But I hope you enjoyed this past few months of pods, because it was all done in one afternoon.
Bada boom, bada boom.
Thank you for listening, and we will see you next time. Nice. I love it.